Hey there, ever wondered what wisdom a frog could possibly offer? Well, get ready to leap into a story that's riveting in more ways than one. Today, we're unraveling a classic Buddha teaching story that stars a very special character, a wise frog named Freddy. Once upon a time, in a vibrant forest teeming with life, Freddy called a cozy lily pad his home. He wasn't your everyday frog, though. Freddy had a knack for spotting life's lessons in the most unexpected places, making him a source of wisdom and guidance for the forest's inhabitants. One day, a group of young, curious tadpoles approached Freddy with a burning question that has baffled many for ages. "What's the secret to living a happy and fulfilling life, Freddy?" they asked. Freddy, with a wise smile, replied, "The secret lies not in chasing after material wealth or fame, but in finding contentment right where you are." Wise words indeed, Freddy. But little did our froggy friend know he was about to embark on an adventure that would put his wisdom to the test. As Freddy hopped along the forest path, he stumbled upon a group of animals gathered around a shiny object glimmering in the sunlight. It was a treasure chest, overflowing with gold coins, sparkling jewels, and all sorts of priceless trinkets. The forest dwellers were in a tizzy, their eyes wide with wonder and greed, as they dreamt of all the ways they could use this newfound wealth. Freddy, our wise frog, observed this spectacle with a hint of concern. Sensing the brewing storm of greed and discontent, he decided to intervene. "Hold on, friends," he croaked, his voice cutting through the excited chatter. "Before you dive headfirst into this treasure trove, take a moment to ponder. Will these riches truly bring you the happiness you seek?" A squirrel, clutching a handful of gold coins, looked at Freddy in bewilderment. "Why, of course, Freddy! With this wealth I can buy all the acorns in the world. I'd be living the dream," he exclaimed. Freddy, however, shook his head. "And when you've eaten all the acorns and the gold runs out, what then? True joy comes not from possessions but from inner contentment. Remember, the brightest treasure is found not in a chest but within ourselves." This left the animals in contemplative silence. Oh, Freddy, dropping truth bombs left and right. But as our wise, froggy friend would soon discover, not everyone was ready to embrace his teachings. Despite Freddy's best efforts to persuade his fellow forest dwellers to reconsider their obsession with wealth, they simply laughed and brushed him off. The squirrel, the rabbit, the deer, they all had grand plans for their newfound riches. They dreamt of plentiful feasts, magnificent homes, and luxurious lifestyles. To them, wealth was a ticket to a life of ease and indulgence, a life free of worries and hardships. Freddy, however, saw beyond the glitz and glamour. He understood that material wealth was fleeting and that true happiness came from within. He knew that the joy derived from possessions was temporary, and that contentment was a state of mind, not a state of one's bank account. He tried to share his wisdom with the others, hoping they would see the folly in their ways. He spoke of the dangers of greed, the emptiness of a life lived for possessions, and the peace that came with acceptance and contentment. But his words fell on deaf ears. The animals, blinded by the allure of wealth, dismissed Freddy's wisdom as foolish ramblings. Yet Freddy was not disheartened. He understood that change had to come from within, and that he could not force others to see the world as he did. Undeterred, Freddy continued on his journey, knowing that he couldn't force others to see the world through his eyes. Instead, he focused on living his truth and finding contentment in the here and now.